So I'm trying a few harder ones. Alright, hi guys. So Head was kind enough to send us a demo piece of this very exciting racket, the Head Gravity Tour 98. Okay, this is the official launch date is actually on the next year's Jan. Okay, and we're gonna do a play test today. Alright. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what's up? What's up? Want to join us for the playtest today?
Playtest racket? What racket is this?
This is Gravity Tour 98.
Oh shit, wait, I heard a lot about this. Yeah, let's do that, let's do that.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, yeah, I'm very excited.
We got this strung with a Head Links Tour, 18 gauge. Alright, and this one came a little bit, just a slightly heavier.
Than the supposed spec, is it?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 305 grams. How heavy?
Yeah.
How heavy is it actually?
I think it came out at about 308.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's within the expected range.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but what are you gonna expect from this racket?
I mean, I'm quite excited because like the Gravity has never had a 98, right? And this is 1619. Not most of the Gravities are either 1620 or 1820. MP is 1620. So this is the first 1619 in the that's not Pro Stock in the Gravity line.
Yeah.
So curious to see where it's gonna fit in with all the other Head 98 rackets because they have quite a few of them now. And it's supposed to be very soft, like 59 RA, so that'll be quite interesting. Quite curious to see how it plays, whether it's got a Pro Stock feel to it. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's get to the courts.
So I'm trying a few harder ones. Ow, ow.
Yeah, I know.
Not bad. Sorry.
Right. Nice. No, hit a bit more ground strokes.
Hi, sorry. Need that?
Sorry.
Nice. Feels quite stable. Just done with the play test. Personally, I find it good spin, high launch angle, feels very plush at the sweet spot.
Yeah, quick fire first impressions. Most powerful Gravity ever, I think. High launch angle, definitely. Serves good, but we'll have more to say later.
Alright guys, Jason here from RacketHaus, and then here we have Brendan with us as well. Okay, so we just got back from the playtest of the Gravity Tour 98. Brendan, what are your thoughts?
So it was an interesting playtest. I think the first thing that sticks out to me is that for Gravity, it's got a much higher launch angle than every other Gravity that I've played with.
Yeah.
We've also played it alongside a Gravity Pro, which is one of their very popular lines in the Head family. Just stringing it alone, you can see that like it's six bottom.
Yeah, so this is a 6 bottom.
Yeah,
that's
so
an 8 bottom.
this usually means that the string pattern is a bit more open,
Yeah.
and I can see that it's not dense for 1619 compared to
Exactly.
more denser 1619s like the RF01 or the even the E Zone has a more dense string pattern than this. So first thing that really sticks out to you is the launch angle. Like you really get very good launch. You can get good shape on the ball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it is extremely spinny. Not as spinny as the. To me, I think the Aero 98 and the Extreme are spinnier, but it's got very good spin for what is supposed to be a Gravity.
Yeah, which is quite different from what we expect from a Gravity, which is supposed to be a more control-oriented, racket.
A position-based,
Yep.
good feel kind of a thing.
Power level-wise, what do you think?
So, power level-wise, like I said, I think it is the most powerful gravity as well that I've used. Is it more powerful than like a Boom? No, I don't think so. I think the Boom Pro is more powerful because it would be weird for the gravity to be more powerful than a Boom.
Yeah.
But this particular piece feels powerful because we measured the swing weight, right?
Yeah, so this one came in at about 330 swing weight.
Strung with links to
strung with links to an 18 gauge. So I think that's slightly on the higher side. Yeah. So definitely it feels quite hefty.
So but it does give very good punch to the ball because of that swing weight. Is the racket itself inherently very powerful compared to like tweener frames? Not necessarily. Yeah, but it does pack a punch. Right now on the court, what I felt like it did pack a punch because of the swing weight.
Yeah. So for me on ground strokes, I felt like good control. More towards a control racket, but the power is definitely not lacking. But I think what we really enjoy was more on the serve. But I'm not sure whether that was because of the swing weight itself. So on the serve, when Brandon was serving, and he's a really good player, could see that we could feel that the serves was really heavy. So on serve it feels really good.
The serve felt, it took me a little bit of time to dial in because of the swing weight. So I had to, you have to find the right like pronation angle. But like once you get it, once you really dial it in, like I felt like the serves were faster than a lot of rackets that I've played with previously. Even my own personal frames. So really good on serve. We'll have to, when the retail release happens, you got to try it at a lower swing weight piece to see if that still holds true, whether it's like the swing itself.
So in terms of sweet spot, I think it's because of the teardrop shape, right? Sweet spot's quite big actually, but, so it feels really nice when you connect on the sweet spot. But outside of sweet spot, I found it a bit jarring.
It doesn't happen often outside the sweet spot because the sweet spot is pretty big, which holds true to the gravity's identity because that teardrop shape was meant to create a larger sweet spot for players to use. But when you're late to a ball, or like you don't your eyes turn too quickly and you don't hit the ball clean, like you can feel it. It's jarring, very slightly jarring a little when you're really off center. Because the center is relatively big for this racket. So but in the sweet spot, very plush,
very
feels
nice. Feels solid. I think stability wise, for a 305 gram racket, feels really solid. I didn't have any issue with that.
Correct. Stability was great. It's just like right at the contact point, like you could really feel that you could control and send the ball out to where you want it to go. But I do feel that if the retail models are meant to be like a little bit more hit heavy, which is what we're getting. Not hit heavy in the sense where the hit is overall heavier than what we're used to for hit light rackets. It's going to be a little bit harder for not so like if you're still starting out tennis. I wouldn't recommend you to try this racket.
Which leads us to the next question. Like, what sort of players do you think this suits? Personally, I think definitely intermediate advanced players.
I think in terms of level, like intermediate to advanced for sure. Because I don't. If you're going to be playing for like a 1.5 2 hour session, the heft is you're gonna feel it. Like after a while. Like we had one rally where we went like 50 or so shots, and like you could feel it after that.
I was gassed out after that.
Could really feel that after that. So I think you need to definitely have been playing tennis for a while. You need to have a good like the stroke fundamentals need to be pretty sound.
And in terms of similarity to any rackets that's on the market right now, personally, I think we thought about the Blade Pro.
Blade Pro, not available everywhere
on the retail
but
market,
a lot of people have tried it already. It is relatively close to a Blade Pro. I would say launch angle is higher than a Blade Pro. It's a little bit whippier.
A
little bit whippier.
Definitely.
I prefer
a bit easier to use than the Blade Pro.
I feel that it's like a Blade Pro with more spin.
More power as well.
More power and more spin.
More power as well.
But
I will take this anytime over the Blade Pro. At least for my level. Okay, and another one which we thought could be quite close was the was the Pure Strike 98.
But that could also be because of the swing weight similarities.
Yeah.
They're both 98s. They both have a 330-ish swing weight.
Yeah.
So it really clubs the ball. Like you can really hammer the ball on both wings.
Yeah, but this definitely has more spin than the Pure Strike 98. The Pure Strike 98 could feel a little bit softer. Yeah. Oh yeah. So about in terms of the RA, supposed to be 59.
Yeah.
That's what we read on the spec itself, but
it doesn't feel like
it
doesn't feel like a pure 59 to me. Like 59 will feel like a prestige.
Yeah.
No, like if I'm looking for 59, I'm looking at a prestige. This doesn't feel like a 59. It's not stiff by any means, but it doesn't play like a normal 59.
It's like a 62, 63 around there.
Yeah, that would be. It could be also, yeah. Because we didn't string it very high. It was strung about 48 pounds links to a. Yeah. So.
Okay. So basically, maybe to sum it up, I think this is definitely a racket we feel it's for. You were saying it's seems like a combination of a modern. Yeah, it's like modern and an old school sort of racket.
Yeah, so I think the Gravity line has always been marketed to players who are a little bit more old school, who use like a more control-oriented precision kind of frame, but needed more punch in their game.
Yep.
So, like for example, Rublev used to use a 6195, which is a Wilson, it's a Pro Staff 6195. Thin beam also, 1820 racket, and then he switched to a Gravity. He's been using a Gravity ever since. So it really helps if flatter strokes were good for the Gravity. This is going to provide you a bit more launch. So I guess like if you have a more old school swing, this could help you a little bit to generate a bit more launch angle, a bit more shape on your balls. Like if you're going for angles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But for like players that hit the ball hard and want a racket that gives them not like a too much spin, for example, like people that use an arrow. They like a lot of launch, a lot of spin, a lot of snapback. This is it's a much more tame version of like I wouldn't call it a spin racket. It just has ample amount of spin.
Yeah, in short, I'll say it's an interesting racket.
Yeah.
Definitely give it a try when it's out on the market.
Yeah.
And January 2025.
Yeah.
Once again, thanks to Hit Singapore for providing us with this racket. One thing to note is we absolutely love the paint job.
Yeah, it's a
we
great
don't
cosmetic.
know whether it's going to be the final one. We hope so.
Hopefully it's pretty close.
Yeah. Hope they don't do too much to it because it really looks very nice.
But I trust them with the Gravity line. The Gravity line has always looked pretty good. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for letting me play test the racket.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all right. Thanks everyone for watching. Okay.
We'll see you in the next one.